So, you have to cut your supplier costs. A difficult decision, no doubt made even harder by the prospect of having to break the news to your supplier. Nobody looks forward to that conversation. The good news is that whilst it's hard to tell a supplier you need to cut costs, there are steps you can take that will make it easier. The key is to go into negotiations fully prepared. Here are 5 steps. Make sure you understand the total cost of the product or service being sold to you. It is more important than just price and includes delivery, payment terms, after-sales service, quality, and if the product or service is essential to your business. When you put all these together, a different picture often emerges about what the product or service is really worth to you. Knowing this in advance will help you understand what negotiations you want to get into and where you have room to manoeuvre. Never start the negotiation before establishing if you have a viable alternative. If you fail to agree anything with your current supplier, who are you going to go to instead if it's hard to stay with your supplier? You will feel more confident and have much more negotiating power if you have options. Think ahead about what outcome you're willing to accept. Inevitably, the supplier will try to negotiate the arrangement with you, so there will need to be some give and take. You won't get everything you want. For example, how flexible can you be on payment terms or delivery time in return for a price cut? Be willing to explore all options, but know from the start where you're willing to compromise and how far. What about the actual meeting? Make sure it's in an appropriate business setting, not in a public place where everyone can hear every word. Set an objective for the meeting and what you're trying to achieve. Once you're there, get to the point quickly. I need to cut your costs by 10% can really be difficult to get out. That might hurt for a second or two, but then it's over with. The worst that the supplier can say is no. You'll feel better once you've said your bit, and then you can start making progress towards what you want. Think about tomorrow and not just about today. Short-term cost cutting is important, but if you're going to continue working with the supplier, you need to preserve your relationship. The aim of negotiation is not just to clobber the supplier, but also to reach an arrangement that suits both of you. Goodwill can have long-term benefits. Good luck. I'm David Griffiths from the consultancy company, enabling you to develop a lean and cost-effective supply chain.